Good day, everyone. I am Leslie R. Jalando-on, currently taking up Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management at Philippine Normal University. Today, allow me to present to you my title proposal for my thesis. The proposed title of my research study is Perception of Elementary School Teachers and the DepEd Child Protection Policy. Here is a rationale of this study. For the school year 2013 to 2014, DepEd has received more than 1,700 reports of child abuse and bullying in school. Other cases in the Philippines, around 500 to 800 cases of child abuse are annually committed by teachers. Based on the study of the Child and Adolescent Psychiatrists of the Philippines Incorporated, or the CAPPI, according to Rico and Rodriguez 2012. Due to multiple cases recorded, former DepEd Secretary Armin Luisro signed the DepEd Order No. 40, Series 2012, or known as DepEd Child Protection Policy, which was approved in May 14, 2012. It is stated that the information and guidance of all concerned, the Department of Education issues the enclosed copy of the policy and guidelines on protecting children in school from abuse, violence, exploitation, discrimination, bullying, and other forms of abuse entitled DepEd Child Protection Policy. He declared it is a guide for teachers to deal with bullying in schools and disciplining students without committing child abuse. In contrary, after the DepEd Child Protection Policy approved and implemented, it was reported by Philstar Global that a group of teachers urged the Department of Education to review its landmark DepEd Child Protection Policy, saying it prevents teachers from instilling discipline in the classroom. While the lawmakers focused on the protection of the children inside and outside the classroom, the feeling of the value and powerlessness among the teachers are one of the major but ignored issues in our educational system nowadays. Last 2018, there were already 4 teachers reported who committed suicide due to DepEd's hefty requirements. It was concluded that one of the reasons of one of 4 victims is the child protection policy, where teachers' hands are tied in disciplining unruly students. That is according to NELS 2018. Though DepEd child protection policy is favorable to the students, what about the teachers? What protection do they get against abusive and bully students? With the policy, teachers' authority is compromised. As such, teachers would just keep themselves mum and think of it as part of the heroism they have to undertake in their chosen profession. So the most daunting challenge to a teacher now is not how to prepare a lesson plan, but how to effectively teach and discipline more unruly children with passionately confrontational parents and under very restrictive rules, according to De Guzman 2018. So, based on Chalupas, Carson, and Matthews 2014, it is supported by ideas that classroom disruption is indeed often indicated as one of the main causes of wasted classroom time. Recent research on the issue of discipline strategies, however, has revealed that punitive strategies appear to be of limited usefulness in promoting responsible students' behavior, according to Lewis 2001, and that should be replaced by proactive and interactive discipline practices, according to Payne 2010. In contrary with the studies above, or what I have just mentioned, It has been proven in other dimension that the corporal punishment is still the main and effective discipline method for teachers. Actually, according to OGB 2015, there are still some parents are of the opinion that the use of corporal punishment molds the child. Though there are already multiple suggestions found among researchers on how to deal with this phenomena, still, establishing effective classroom discipline to promote learning have always been the concern of many teachers. According to Hoth 2015, he was highlighted that one of the biggest problems teachers of experience level with struggle with is the classroom management. And we are now on the conceptual framework of the study. So this figure 1 shows the perception of elementary public school teachers and the DepEd child protection policy. It just shows that this framework, the negative perception of teachers on the policy is heavier than their positive perception. And when it comes to our research objectives, the main purpose of the study is to examine the perception of elementary school teachers in Makati City Public Schools for school year 2020-2021 on the DepEd Child Protection Policy using the case study approach. To examine the perception of elementary school teachers, the researcher prepares series of questions for the respondents using a survey method. And aside from the 30-item statements using Likert scale, here are the 4 open-ended questions. First, tell me about your understanding of the child protection policy and how it should be implied. Second, what is or are your negative and positive perceptions about the policy? Third, apart from the statements given, what else can you say about the policy? Lastly, what is or what are the recommendations or revisions you can suggest to make the policy more effective? As we now move on to the research design, this qualitative research design uses a descriptive case study to examine the perception of elementary school teachers in a public school of Makati City on the DepEd Child Protection Policy. So the research instrument entitled Perception of Elementary School Teachers on the DepEd Child Protection Policy Questionnaire, the POE-TOTDC-PPQ, was used to gather the data. And for the research site, after getting the permission of the Division of Makati office, the study will be conducted in different elementary schools of Makati. So, for the research participants, the 100 randomly selected elementary school teachers will answer the survey questionnaires, which is divided into 4 sections. And that's all for my title proposal. I am looking forward that this title proposal of mine will be approved by the panelists. So thank you for listening, and God bless everyone.